So here we are after the fall of 16, or actually just before the fall of 16, right? Yeah, summer of 16 just ended in Paths of Glory. A few interesting things happened, so I want to kind of show, maybe showing how uninformed I am in the game, but wow, look at those casualties. And the Germans and Austrians are catching up. Makes me kind of warm in the heart to see those piles. Okay, West Front continues to operate as it was, just a real blood drain, mainly for the Allies, although it is definitely hurting the Germans. But some of the interesting stuff that's happening, the Italian front, the Italians made they managed to grab Trent, which is, I believe, a victory point center, which means the points are not quite as scary as they were a moment ago. They're still way up there. But the Austrians made a pretty massive attack here at Udine. And right now the Italian army is really, really looking weak there. Not sure what the Allies did to upgrade that. That looks like that's going to crack. I don't know what they took as their last action. Oh yeah, replacement points. Yeah, and they needed those. Okay, over in Russia, on the North Front, things look pretty static. Germans aren't really able to convince themselves it's worth attacking there to try to get the last city of Minsk. And the Russians don't quite have enough there to attack because they've been building up and smashing the Austrians out of their way. Not only did they retake Odessa, but not retake, it was under siege when they attacked, but they're really threatening the Balkans at this point. So that's kind of an interesting situation where maybe the Italian front's going to crack because the Austrians are throwing all their weight there, but now things are looking really iffy over in the east. I did a little bit of maneuvering around to try to get the Turks to cut the Russian supply lines. That didn't really work. It hasn't not worked. They're going to have to fight to do it. I don't know quite what the Russian response is. Still, things are quiet down in the southern areas of the empire. I have not been able to convince myself to move that Central Powers war commitment forward. Had two good cards in my hand that would have moved it 3 spaces. What is it? The Walter Rathenau, which I ended up using for replacement points, because it's a matter of, do I want to play this card or as it is, and maybe improve my replacement points throughout the game, mainly improve the war standing, or do I want lots and lots of replacement points now that I really do need? I mean, this is afterwards. And there's nothing else that's as good in their hand at this point that can generate replacement points. The other one was the Zeppelin raids, which the Allies had held off taking their replacement points until their last option. So that would just be being played to raise the point value, perhaps. Hard to tell. The Allies did use those points. The British had some value for them. I don't know. Interesting things are happening, though. I don't know where it's going to go.